At some point, I will actually announce the channel, and then people might watch the videos even. By the way, don't come at me about my tea color. I like my tea how I like my tea. Very, very milky, off the bag over the water. Let's test the mic on sipping tea. That'll be Dolby surround. So Dolby tea pun. I just want the sound to be better. Okay, that seemed to work a bit better. Here is my new invention. I'll call him paintbrush mic. Right. I just need to not move. So this channel is really, we're really coming together now, guys. This could be the next big thing. So I've got some subscribers. Please start liking. Please comment. Please subscribe. Now we've invested cash in this beast. Grr. So that light is so bright for me. Hopefully it means you can see me, or bad luck, it means you can see me. I need to remember not to turn to the side too much because my side profile is not very nice. Okay, let's stop dicking about. Life has got in the way for the last couple of weeks, so I haven't been to a whole load of things. However, I did spend a whole day at the Tate Modern the other day. They've got some really interesting shows on. So this video will be clips from that. I've been in Regent's Park. Yeah, so there's a surprise update at the end as well. And I think if I put this hashtag in the bio, we are going to hit like 11 views, 12 views. This video, this is the big one. This is the launch pad. I'm going to get my little YouTube certificate after this. Woohoo! Does anyone else get this with Mac? My iPad has just decided doesn't want to recognize my fingerprint anymore. And I've had it a certain amount of time, so I feel like and now the menu's disappeared. Oh, there we go. So I feel like they've made it deliberately to break. Sue me. The exhibitions at the Tate Modern. So the one closing soonest is Electric Dreams, Art and Technology Before the Internet. The blurb on the Tate website says, enter a dreamscape of machines, movement, and captivating installations that play with your perception. It's about early innovators of optical, kinetic, programmed, and digital art who pioneered a new era of immersive sensory installations and automatically generated work. Groundbreaking works by international artists, blah, 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 blah. And this was a strange show. I went with a friend, hello Ben, and we had a discussion whilst we were at this show, without getting too philosophical, but what makes art art? So if some of these pieces in this show were in the lobby of a hotel, would you stop and look at it and think, that's a piece of art? Or just think, that's a hotel lobby? I guess the other thing was, a lot of it didn't really work. Well, when I say it didn't work, it was on a timer. So you had to see things at certain times for it to actually work. Like it would say, this is on for 5 minutes at 45, half past. So unless you actually timed your trip around, half the stuff didn't actually work. I felt like I only saw half a show. The second show was Leigh Bowery, which is I've just noticed that the photographer for the official photo is called Fergus. That's my name. It's a show all about Leigh Bowery. Bowery was an Australian performance artist, club promoter, and fashion designer, known for his costumes, makeup, and live performances. He wasn't very old when he died, 33. He died in December 1994, New Year's Eve. Kind of wild. He was a club promoter, and he created Club Taboo, which was a club in London. It was a big party scene. Boy George would go there, George Michael, John Galliano. Oh, he was also Lucian Freud's model. And one of the things that really made me laugh in the show was that one of the blurbs said Leigh would often add his own brushstrokes to Lucian's painting so that he had done some of the painting himself, which I thought was very funny. It was nice to see a show that encapsulated work. There wasn't just a room full of paintings. There wasn't a lot of what you would call, in inverted commas, work on the wall. There were more costumes, photos, letters, diaries, videos. But the whole thing was so fascinating. He was such an intriguing character that it's honestly one of the best things I've seen for ages. I highly recommend that show, and that is open until the 31st of August. The other show that's on at Tate Modern, we rinsed the Tate Modern, is the Anthony McCall exhibition. It just says it's been extended. Okay, yeah, this it's quite a small show. It's just 2-3 rooms, but it's projections of light, and then there's a kind of mist blown into the room, and you can walk into the light sculpt. I don't know if they'd be classed as light sculptures, but you can move in and around the work. And what I loved about this was that they didn't look like very much from outside, but once you stepped inside the projection and you were almost entombed in the mist, that's when the whole thing came alive. It's one of the best immersive, in inverted commas, experiences I've had. So I don't know if it's because it was quite quiet on the day we went, but I really felt like we were transported. That's a bit twee, but I don't know. It definitely gave me a feeling of being transported somewhere outside of the gallery. I'll put it like that. The other thing I noticed this week, I live very near one of the Banksy murals in London, and this one it's quite a recent one, but it's one of the eco warrior next to the tree, and because it's been made in front of a real living tree, the tree has come into blossom. And I just noticed that as I walk past it every day, and sometimes I notice it, sometimes I don't. Depends where my head's at. But I really noticed it now that the tree's in blossom. Banksy really thought about that one and how it's going to look and change with time. That's quite a nice ending, isn't it? I've got lots of stuff coming up. So I still have just a few issue 1 left. If you want one, drop me a message on Instagram or email me. I'll leave all the details below. I am speaking on a panel tomorrow night for the launch of Still Here, Still Queer, Now What? Stop moving, Ferg, stop moving. There's lots in the works. Stick with me. Stick with me. If you're ever interested in any work, drop me a message. Like and subscribe, because that's what you have to say if you have a YouTube channel. What position have you got yourself in? Okay, see you now.